Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
There may be a new road from Deloge to Park Hills in the next 12 months. Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center is less than 4 months from moving into their new facility. And Madison County was a hub of activity all weekend long. All of these stories, and do we have a wet week on tap?
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello everybody, I'm Fred Dawkins. Thanks for joining us, and here are the top stories that we've been working on for you at this hour. Within the next 12 months, there could be a new East Outer Road from Deloge to Park Hills. Deloge City Administrator Greg Kemp met with our 18 Eyewitness News cameras where the new road will start.
Standing at where it would begin, which is essentially where Harris Road, Cedar Falls, and Highway 8 end. This intersection will be upgraded, and then the road travels 1.2 miles to the south and terminates about where Halter Road comes in, but there's a connector road that directly accesses the Parkway Drive interchange.
Now, Camp says the city is waiting for paperwork from Jefferson City before putting the project out for bid. But he says the most important benefit is that federal and state dollars are picking up most of the cost.
The upside, of course, for the city is the fact that we're talking about 71, almost 72% of this project is completely paid for by federal and state money. So when you are looking at being able to construct a $4 to $5 million road and be able to do it for a percentage of the cost to the local taxpayer is really a huge benefit.
Camp tells us that the East Outer Road project began back in 2006. Well, now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast. Dustin?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. We saw a cloudy day here in southeast Missouri, and temperatures at this hour are on the cool side. Looking at current conditions throughout southeast Missouri, 62 right now in Festus and Potosi, as well as in Ironton and Piedmont. Poplar Bluff at 61, as well as in Fredericktown and Cape Girardeau right now at 59. Going through the evening hours, a possible shower. Don't be surprised if you see one. 63 degrees at 7 p.m., 59 by 9, and by midnight we'll see a temperature around 57. I'll give you more details on your forecast coming up later in your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast.
2 area communities will receive almost $200,000 in community development block grants. Madison County has been approved for more than $47,000 for the county health department. That grant will pay for improvements to the health department building to increase access for people with disabilities. And the city of Potosi has also been approved for almost $149,000 for the Sayers Senior Center. Now, the grant will pay for improvements to update that building as well, making it more efficient and more accessible. Well, with less than 4 months before moving into its new facility, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center continues to earn honors. The hospital has been cited as a top performer on key quality measures. That's according to the Joint Commission, which noted Poplar Bluff Regional's exemplary performance in treating heart attacks, heart failure, pneumonia, surgical care, and children's asthma. Spokesperson Tiffany Jenkins tells 18 Eyewitness News that the move to the new facility will start after the first of the year.
We are still on track to open in January, so probably be starting mid to end of January is when all the activities are probably going to take place around opening, but by January 31st we will be in the building and operating full force at that point. The
7-story, $173 million facility is located on 62 acres on the south side of Oak Grove Road between the Highway 67 bypass and Shelby Road. Well, a Marquand man is facing a December 10th sentencing date after pleading guilty to federal firearms charges. 34-year-old Joshua Campbell pleaded guilty to 1 count each of being a previously convicted felon in possession of firearms and ammunition. Campbell was arrested after officers found a rifle and a revolver in his truck during a traffic stop last December 9th. He admitted that less than 1 month earlier, he had stolen several boxes of ammunition from the Fredericktown Walmart. Campbell now faces a maximum punishment of 10 years imprisonment and a $250,000 fine on each count. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, Madison County saw a number of visitors this past weekend, and they'll see more this coming weekend. Those stories coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News. When you're looking for quality home furnishings, appliances, and more, look no further than Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Heartland Furniture and Appliance offers great low prices every day with 90 days same as cash. Easy payment plans to fit your budget, no hassle leasing, and great customer service. With 3 locations to better serve you, the customers, in Donovan, Dexter, and Piedmont on both sides of Main Street. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, call 223-3200.
Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
Take control of your future by enrolling at the Unitech Career Center. Discover a new career with Unitech's nursing programs or the opportunities with Unitech's sheet metal fabricating program, or turn your hobby into a career with Unitech's power sports equipment program. From electrical trades to automotive technology programs, the first step to a well-paying future starts at the Unitech Career Center, Raider Road in Bonne Terre. For adult information, call 358-3011. For high school information, call 358-2271.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins, Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp, and Jeremy Martin with sports. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Well, sunny skies and mild temperatures brought out the crowds to Madison County this weekend. On Friday and Saturday, Fredericktown hosted the 11th annual Cub-A-Rama in Rotary and Azalea Parks. Folks enjoyed the parade, slow tractor races, and just looking over the displays of the International Harvesters, the Farmalls, and the Cub Cadet tractors. Well, now just to the south, folks enjoyed stepping back in time during Marquand's Pioneer Days this past weekend. Highlights there included a parade, a car show, children's activities, and timber sports. We're just a few days away from the 11th annual Madison County Fair. Spokesperson Dave Ward tells 18 Eyewitness News that Friday will be a great day for the kids to enjoy the carnival.
Armbands will be available starting at noon. We invite all the kids, since they're out of school at noon on Friday, to come on out and ride the rides. It'll be a lot less crowded on Friday, a good opportunity to get quite a few rides and make your armband worthwhile.
Dave tells us that there'll be other things for the kids to do as well.
And also there'll be a lot of free games available for the kids, a lot of fun games, a lot of good activities on Friday also.
And if you haven't still reserved your vendor booth or pre-registered for the talent show, just click this story on our website, kdkz18.com, and you'll find the information that you'll need. The Madison County Fair is this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Fredericktown. Well, Saturday brings the return of Bismarck's Fall Festival. President of the Chamber of Commerce in Bismarck, Mel Jordan, tells 18 Eyewitness News that the festival will feature some very favorite events.
We're going to have the pumpkin pie eating contest as usual. It's always a big hit. And pumpkin painting for the kids. We've also got music throughout the day from different groups, and some bluegrass music, some gospel music.
Among the music groups performing will be Sheriff Dan and the deputies. Mel adds there will also be a terrific variety of vendors and a chili cook-off.
And it's $20 to enter that, and the top prize is $100 and a trophy for that. So, and we've got quite a few people interested, but we're still taking entries, and we will right up to that day.
The Fall Festival starts Saturday morning at 10 and runs until 6 in the evening at Bismarck Sundale Park. A Van Buren man is the newest member of the Missouri Emergency Response Commission. Governor Jay Nixon appointed William Moriarty to the post last week. The commission's goal is to protect public health and the environment by assisting communities with chemical incident prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. Moriarty is a retired lieutenant colonel with the U.S. Marine Corps. He's a service officer with VFW Post 3009, where he helps veterans who need VA assistance. Still to come on 18 Eyewitness News. In this age of high technology and medicine, why doctors still rely on a 100-year-old heart test. Details coming up in Your Health.
Cooler weather and some showers in the forecast. All those details coming up next in your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. Let's just get to it. Our weather headlines, the most important part of the forecast, showing you what's going to happen for the next couple of days. Possible showers tonight and tomorrow, with temperatures going to start to cool off. And it looks like sunshine will be playing peekaboo with us as we go through the next several days. We're going to see some days with some sunshine and some days with some showers and clouds. Looking at current conditions throughout southeast Missouri, it's currently 62 degrees in Festus, 61 right now in St. Genevieve and Fredericktown. Cape Girardeau is calling in at 59, 61 in Poplar Bluff, and 62 in Van Buren. Currently here at the studio, we have a temperature of 63 degrees, and that's what it feels like under a cloudy sky. Current dew point 49 with humidity at 61%, north wind at 9 miles per hour. Going through the day tomorrow, we're going to see a chance of showers, maybe a rumble thunder, but don't be surprised if you see a shower here or there tomorrow as we go through your day on Tuesday. For tonight, possible showers, 51 for your overnight low, north wind 5 to 10, 47 in Potosi, 46 in Festus. It's going to be a chilly night, 47 in Van Buren, and 52 down in Poplar Bluff. Then for tomorrow, off and on showers possible, a temperature around 69 degrees, north wind 10 to 15, 65 in Cape Girardeau, 68 in Ellington, Van Buren 70, and 69 in Poplar Bluff. The next several days are looking like this through southeast Missouri. On Wednesday, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, mid-70s for highs, same as Thursday. A little bit warmer though, towards 80 degrees. Then much cooler on Friday, partly sunny, 66. Saturday and Sunday, lower 60s with mostly cloudy skies on Saturday. Maybe a shower here or there. On Sunday, though, plenty of sunshine, 61, back to 63 on Monday with mostly sunny skies. Another look at our weekend forecast. Partly sunny on Sunday. Temperature's not too bad, 61 degrees, maybe a little bit chilly. But on Saturday, though, we're going to see that cloudy day with possibly a shower here or there. That's checking your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details are located at KDKZ18.com. Just click on the weather tab. Fred, back to you.
In today's world of high-tech medicine, you might think anything that was developed nearly 100 years ago is obsolete. But that's not the case, especially when it comes to treating your heart. Experts say the exercise stress test may be low-tech, but it's highly reliable. And before opting for high-tech testing, there are some things you should consider. With more, here's Clark Powell.
Good for what?
Having survived one heart attack, Barbara Current says she understands the importance of staying active and paying close attention to her body. So when a subtle, anxious feeling recently developed in her chest, she didn't waste any time going to the doctor.
It wasn't a severe thing, you know, something I couldn't live with, but I did know that it was a different feeling that I had never had before.
Like many patients, Barbara was put through high-tech testing like this. Today, many doctors have at their disposal everything from nuclear medicine to MRIs.
All of these tests are very good. But the part that often gets ignored is the simple stuff.
Turns out it was the simple stuff that saved Barbara's life. In addition to high-tech imaging, she also took an exercise stress test developed a century ago. And while high-tech imaging didn't show any problems with her heart, the results of this test did.
We found very significant disease for which she had required getting a stent placed in her coronary artery and subsequently required another one placed just recently.
Dr. Martha Galati is a cardiologist at the Ohio State University's Wexner Medical Center. She says this cheap and easy test can do everything from catch blockages to predict hypertension. And while high-tech imaging serves a valuable role, Galati says patients should ask some important questions before getting it.
What are we doing it for? What are we trying to identify? Is there radiation with this test? And does the radiation, does the end result justify me getting radiation?
They're questions all patients should ask, especially those like Barbara, whose ongoing condition likely means undergoing several more tests in the future. At Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center, this is Clark Powell reporting.
Although tests using radiation can be life-saving, studies have shown that too much radiation can lead to other health complications. So make sure you're getting the right test at the right time. Coming up in today's Your Life segment on 18 Eyewitness News, setting reasonable boundaries is the first step toward good discipline. But what does that look like? Details coming up on Focus on the Family.
I'm Stacy Johnson. Teenagers, you gotta give them credit. Or do you? Teenagers and credit cards. Just ahead on Money Talks News.
Your Health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge. We're caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment with a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through or free delivery. Caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit. When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
Good discipline starts at home, and as Dr. Bill Meyer explains in today's Focus on the Family, parents would do well to draw the lines early.
I will keep these in the buyback box for 1 week.
Helena, Olivia, and Ethan know they're in trouble. They left a big mess in the living room, and now they're going to pay, literally. They're going to have to earn their stuff back with extra chores.
My iPod wasn't in there. I'd be able to listen to my iPod while doing this.
Helena may grumble about the consequences, but she can't argue that she didn't understand the rules. Her parents have drawn the lines very clearly, and they started when the kids were young.
As soon as that will starts to develop and they have that potential to find their own boundaries in the world and see how the world works, that's when it begins.
Defining clear boundaries in advance is the first step in good discipline. If you haven't set them, you can't enforce them. But if you have clarified the rules, it makes conflicts a lot easier to handle.
This is what the limit was, so that's why you're receiving a consequence, or that's why you're losing this privilege. If you haven't set it out, then it can seem very arbitrary to the child.
Deciding where to draw those boundaries is the parent's job, but soliciting some input from the kids isn't a bad idea either. And giving them some choices can be very effective.
Okay. Well,
I'll vacuum the stairs.
You really can't expect a child to do something that you wouldn't live by. And being there to support them and encourage them as they work through the mistakes that they just made, I think that's a key aspect of parenting.
She'll say, you can either clean your room now or have me hire a maid to clean your room and pay me back. And I really would rather clean my room.
For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, please visit our website, KDKZ18.com, and click on the Focus on the Family link. Did you know that teenagers spend nearly $200 billion every year? And increasingly, a lot of that money is being charged. Today, Money reporter Stacy Johnson hooks you up with some options to consider before you put plastic in the hands of your teenager.
So I guess you need to know the value of money, what money means to your family, and how you spend your money. And I think once you have that control, that self-control, then you can have a credit card.
18-year-old Alex Gobin carries his own credit card. It's something his parents encourage.
It does give you a life lesson, because if you abuse it, it's a very painful lesson. And if you manage it, it can be a useful tool.
But credit is a tool that needs practice to perfect. So if you're thinking about preparing your teens for plastic, here's how to go about it. Start with a credit version of a learner's permit, a prepaid card. That gives them the plastic experience with no credit risk. Next step, a checking account followed by a debit card. Now when it's time for a credit card, you've got choices. Either a joint card, so both you and your kids are liable, or make them a signer on your card, which makes you fully liable. Now, if you want to help your kids build a credit history, it's not going to happen if you just authorize them on your card. You're going to have a joint account or maybe a secured card. But be careful when you start opening that credit history. It's a double-edged sword. Want more information on credit and teens? Just go to moneytalksnews.com and do a search for credit. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
And as Stacy said, he's got lots of information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, KDKZ18.com, and click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu.
And coming up in sports, Farmington celebrates homecoming, winning a thriller over Cape Central. I'll have a wrap-up of all the other action under the Friday night lights, and the Cards try to wrap up their spot in the playoffs tonight. These stories and more coming up in sports.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-587-7095. This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News.
Farmington saved their best game of the season for homecoming. After going back and forth with Cape Central Friday night, the Black Knights had the ball with 20 seconds left.
Time is really hurting these Farmington Knights. Second down, 10 from the Tiger 38, down by 3. Bame in the shotgun, calls out the signal, so take the snap, drops back in the pocket, throws deep down the near side, and Donovan! Wide open! Touchdown Farmington with 20 seconds to go!
Wow. All I have to say is, wow, how Donovan was so wide open on that play. There was no one within 10 yards of it.
The final score, Farmington 39, Cape Central 36. The Fredericktown Black Cats battled the Maplewood Blue Devils, but came up short 27-20. In other action, Park Hills Central crushed Potosi 33-6. St. John had no trouble with Perryville 48-7, and Poplar Bluff got by Northwest 12-7. The Cardinals will try to wrap up the National League's second wild card spot as they start the final series of the season with Cincinnati tonight. St. Louis is in with any combination of 2 Cards wins or 2 losses by the LA Dodgers. And Marcus Murphy returned a punt 66 yards for a touchdown, and James Franklin added an 80-yard touchdown pass to freshman wide receiver Dorial Green Beckham as Missouri ground out a 21-16 win over Central Florida. Now the Tigers resume SEC play Saturday when they host Vanderbilt. And that's the day in sports. Fred and Dustin, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Darren, and let's take a quick check of our forecast once again. It's going to be a rainy day on Tuesday. Some showers in the area, high of 69. Mid to upper 70s for both Wednesday and Thursday. Plenty of sunshine. Then we're back in the 60s for Friday. Mostly cloudy on Saturday. Temperature around 62. It's going to be a little chilly for the weekend. 61 on Sunday with plenty of sunshine. And on Monday, we'll see more sunshine. Temperature around 63. The news doesn't stop here. Just go to our website, KDKZ18.com, for your latest news, weather, and sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hope you have a good evening. Newswatch is next. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Here's what's coming up tonight on KDKZ 18.